Alrighty, everybody. What's going on, guys? Welcome back here to another stream, my friends. Hope everyone is having a beautiful, beautiful day out there. We got a bit of storm activity out nearby. Looks like we're getting ready to get an outflow boundary over here from one of these storms down here in Polk County. So we got our Mesonet display. We got everything up and running, so you guys can see, temperatures, dew points, humidity, live from my Mesonet outside. So got all that hooked up. Got radar too. So yeah, we're literally getting ready to get this this outflow boundary. So the winds will probably peak up a little bit. But what's up, Ponderosa? What's up, JH7? What's up, Shadow? Good to have you here, y'all. Welcome, welcome. Here real quickly, I do want to take you guys over to the Weather Service page, or actually, we'll just bring you to my page here, because we got some new updates on the Tropics here. I do want to show you guys here, so let me bring y'all over here to my website here. Here's satellite imagery. As of now, we still do have 93L we are watching out for. We actually do have a recon mission that's going on. I think they're coming back in though, but yeah, pretty cool. What's up, K Jack? Saying hi, Andrew, to everyone. What's up, my friend? Hope you're doing good. What's up, Fire News? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna take a look back over here. So this is the latest run. Oh, we do have the 18 Zulu run now. This is the latest spaghetti model run. You can actually see that. Yep, still majority of the models keep this thing under tropical storm. You know, guys, at this point, I don't think we're going to get any tropical storm activity here out of this storm system. To be honest with you, the odds of it now becoming a depression is quite low. So I don't think it'll be really a named storm or anything like that, which is good. It's actually now, the center is going over eastern Louisiana now. And you can see that we do have a lot of those models really kind of pulling up to the north here. Now, there has been some talk in the models that this storm system might might come back for another run. You can see a couple of models suggest it, but that'll be quite interesting to see. Just imagine. Round 2 out of it. Not for sure, but yeah, NHC right now has this thing at an overall 30% chance probability of development here, so pretty low odds. Odds are dropping, which is definitely quite good. Anyways, so that is that. So once again, we are doing a little bit of storm hunting here. Like I said, the data you guys can see on the left is from my Mesonet there. You see the temperature, currently 92 degrees out here. It's a little toasty. Dew point's a whopping 78 here right now. Humidity is 63%. The station pressure is 1,013 millibars, and the sea level pressure, adjusted for altitude, is at 1,018 millibars. So far today, we've had no rain. As you can see, we're right at 0 inches, so we haven't seen anything much today, which is, not like Florida. But we do have a few storms in the distance here. Like I said, we are getting ready to get hit by this outflow boundary here, so that'll probably spark up the winds a little bit here. You never know. We could get some more storms out of it here. What's up, Ghosted? Good to have you here, my friend. Now, throughout this live stream, guys, we're going to be doing some, some chatting too. It's not just going to be looking at the camera type of stream. We will most of the time, but we're going to talk about the weather, and this will be kind of our own time to kind of just relax and hang out and talk about everything that's going on here. So a little bit more of a laid back stream here. I do want to take you guys over here back to the models real quickly, back over here to the GFS here. We're going to take a quick little peek at the Atlantic. Don't think we really have much going on here anytime soon, which is good. We do actually have this dome of high pressure getting ready to go over Florida. That's kind of steering the storm, that invest that we were talking about. That's what's steering it up to the northeast here. Good news, though, is that, within the next reasonable time frame, I don't like to go too far in the models, obviously, but, reasonably really not much going on, which is good, of course, here, here in the tropics overall. Same thing in the EPAC too, not just the North Atlantic, but also the Eastern Pacific. Seems to be pretty quiet. Might have a little spin up out here. This is right around the 20th from GFS here. That's interesting. Oops, didn't mean to do all that now. Yeah, we might need to look out there for that. I mean, obviously it would be a fish storm because it's well out to sea here. Does Euro mention it? Yeah, I mean, Euro shows that low there. It's quite interesting, but CMC. Okay. Well, we'll watch it. Yeah, Icon shows that there too. Quite interesting. Ghosted says, I think my area is about to get some storms this afternoon. Ghosted, if you want me to check, I can. I'd be more than glad, more than happy to help. More than happy to help, my friend. But yeah, they did lower the... Oh, wow. Holy cow. They actually just lowered the odds to 10% chance now of overall tropical development here on the storm here. So this is not going to be the next named storm. 10% chance here. Let's see what they said. They said the northern Gulf Coast and southeast Louisiana, ATL 93, which is the invest here. Satellite surface and radar data indicate that a broad area of low pressure is moving inland over southeastern Louisiana, and that associated shower and thunderstorm activity remains disorganized and located mainly to the west and southwest of the center. Little development is expected while the center remains near the coast this afternoon and tonight, and the system is expected to weaken as it moves further inland on Friday. Regardless of development, heavy rainfall could produce localized flash flooding over portions of the north-central Gulf Coast through Friday. So that's what they mentioned here. That was from the Hurricane Center on the latest here. Formation chance through the next 48 hours or 2 days is a 10% chance, and formation chance for the next 7 days is 10%, but it's moving inland now, so not really gonna do it. Doesn't look like. Yeah, I got you, Ghosted. Let me pull you up here. Keep an eye on that little radar in the bottom left here. That'll be my thing we'll look at here. Alrighty. Oh yeah, we got some storms out here by the St. Augustine, Palm Coast area. Yeah. You got a few storms popping off. These guys are kind of moving north here. Got some more to the south starting to develop, so I wouldn't be surprised if you do get some storm activity here in the future. Me, on the other hand, over here in Polk County, we do have a storm coming through that appears to be dying out. I will say that there is a pretty good outflow boundary on this, though. See this noodle? So this guy, could definitely spark off some more convection here. I think models actually do show quite a bit of storms still developing here, so, we're going to have to look out for that. What's up, Tabletop? Saying, hey, Andrew, thoughts on the all talk about possible hurricane? There is nothing going to happen for North Carolina next week. Yeah. We were actually just looking at the models. There's really nothing going on in the Atlantic. Now, there is a little bit of talk. Here, I'll bring you guys back to my models, or back to my website here, to the spaghetti model plot that I made here. Let's do that now. So, hopping back over here, we just had the 18 UTC spaghetti models come out here. I want to take a look at the track. So you can see that, majority of the models have this thing continually going northwest, and then a handful of models has this thing kind of spinning back around, but, it wouldn't really do nothing. But no, Tabletop, you're good, dude. There ain't nothing tropical nastiness going on out there. You should be good. Yeah, no problem, Ghosted. Glad to help. If you have any more questions, let me know. More than happy to help. What's up, Scott? Saying hi, Andrew, and everyone else. What's up, my friend? Hope you're doing good. Good to have you here, y'all. That's weird. Yeah, the probability is there's still some bugs on my website here. Whoops. That's another one. Yeah, so it's a big work in progress here. I'm pretty happy though where this has brought me here. You know. Yep, hurricane hunters. They're heading back. They were doing a little bit of a mission around that low. Quite interesting. Let's see here. What's up, Sewing? Saying, why are we getting a flood advisory? It has quit raining here. Well, you know, previous fallen rain can still be a flooding concern. Ben says, crazy thing is we technically are above average this year in terms of name systems. Are we, though? I mean, it is only mid-July. I mean, peak hurricane season's in August. No, September. Here, let me, I'm going to bring up something for you guys. I bring this up every year. It looks like a campfire. Hurricane activity chart. Here, we're going to bring this up for you guys. I want to show y'all this right here. Hold on one second. Here we go. It's a little bad in terms of quality. But yeah, you can see a lot of the heaviest or the most activity here is in, you know, kind of second week of September. Right now, we're literally still, we're coming up to the latter part. We're like right in here. So yeah, we still have yet to climb the main activity here, as you can see. But yeah, peak is kind of early mid September. So we're definitely gonna be watching it for a while. Still got a bit to go through. Nah, tabletop. There's nothing tropical going on here other than that 93 L that we were looking at. But you know, that's it. At this point, it's not going to really happen because just kind of stuck pretty close to the coast there. Kind of limited in what it could do. See here, Ghosted says, I think we'll get whacked a couple times this year, August, September. You know, part of me hopes so, but part of me doesn't. You know, I love a good storm, don't get me wrong, but, you know, the aftermath and, you know, the trouble they can cause sucks. And, you know, that I'm not looking forward to, but. Let's see. Average date for the C-name storm is August 3rd. We got ours in July. Oh, really? Interesting. Sewing says, can you give me a weather app that will wake me up if we go under a flood warning? I have 3 and all 3 are quiet. See, I usually use weather radios, which I would heavily recommend that you get because they can be life-saving. You know, you can go to Walmart or Amazon or whatever. And I would highly recommend buying a weather radio because it'll go off. I mean, you could set it for your own county and stuff too. You know, you don't have to have it set for every county in the area. That is what I'd recommend, and it's loud enough too where it would wake you up. Trust me. I can't tell you how many times I've been woken up by those, but you know what? It's for the good. You know, it's for the good. Definitely life-saving, that's for sure. What's up, Frankie? Good to have you here, man. Hope you're doing good. We're just kind of chilling, just kind of hanging out, doing a bit of a watching stream. Honestly, that storm that was heading towards us kind of fell apart. Look at that. Y'all see this on the bottom left here? The thing just kind of pulled nope, I'm out. There, like I said though, you know, there is still a really good outflow boundary on this thing. You know, you see that noodle there, that gust front there? That's You know, that is a source of lift that could get more convection firing off here. So, I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it comes over here. I really want to be live, though, whenever it hits, too, because we'll be able to see the winds and stuff pick up, which, you know, they typically do quite a bit after you get a gust front. I mean, they're called gust fronts for a reason, you know, because they cause it to get pretty gusty. Your weather radio didn't go off under the last flood warning. Well, make sure you have it set for your county. Older weather radios go off of FIPS codes, and newer ones have it programmed in it already. Frankie says, our local weather radar here in Live Oak, Florida sucks. It's always wrong. The radar or the app? A lot of people get that mistaken. You know, the radar is a tool that we use to see current storm activity. You know, future radar is models that project precipitation in the future. I know I hate being technical, but I want to make sure you know that. You know, those phone apps, they really do suck, though. I ain't gonna lie. They're all basically the same, and they all go off of the same system, which sucks. It does. You know, I retired those things when I was a kid because they don't work very well. I mean, there was literally a time where this weather app said it was snowing and it was 70 degrees outside. And I'm not even joking when I said that. That's back when I lived up in Virginia. Yeah, they're a little buggy too sometimes. Usually not very accurate. Let's see here. A local weather channel for our area. Frankie, who do you go off of? I don't know many local channels down here, to be honest with you. You know, once you get into forecasting weather, you kind of do it all yourself. So you really don't have no need to follow any locals. To be honest, you know, this was kind of a thought that I've had, because obviously we have a lot of Floridians here. And, you know, I was thinking at some point I would love to make like a separate NWW channel, but fully focused on Florida too, you know? Because this channel focuses on everybody, you know, the whole main 48. Oh my gosh, y'all. Those are Mammatus clouds out there. Dude, my camera's so poor resolution you can't even see it. Hold on. Holy cow, dude. Y'all. Here, I'm going to put my phone in front of it. This is... Oh, what the heck? Hold on a minute, y'all. My video went out. Hold on a second. Let me try something real quickly, guys. Hold on. My camera decided it wanted to turn off for me. Here we go. Hopefully this will work. No. Well, shoot. Yeah, I don't know why that decided to go down. Got a nice storm going through Cape Coral right now. Gotcha. Hold on 1 minute, you guys. I am so sorry. For some reason, my dumb camera decided to close up on me. Gotta love it, you know? Bear with me. Yeah, but you guys gotta see this. We got some Mammatus clouds out here. Maybe that's why I wasn't picking it up. Oh. Man, you gotta love technology, you know, especially whenever it messes with you. Awesome. Ah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Yes, indeed. Look at that, guys. Look at those distant Mammatus clouds. Oh, dude, they're beautiful. They are beautiful. Yeah, I thought it was just my poor camera quality at first. Caden, thank you so much for the 35 months. Tropical Storm Team, my friend. Appreciate it. Saying hi, y'all. What's up? Ghosted said, "What is it?" So you see those scallopy clouds in the distance there? Those are Mammatus clouds. They usually associate with a storm. You know, right under the anvil. That's typically where you see it. But you know, this storm kind of just died. Yeah, Mammatus clouds are pretty wicked. Boy, did we get lucky tonight. Or this afternoon, I should say. Man. You know what? It's a good day when you have Mammatus clouds. That it is. Yeah, I'm curious to see if we have, you know, I'm curious to see, like, over time how this evolves. You know, we're going to keep it on this camera view for a little bit. And we're just going to see the, like, time lapse it. I'll probably make a video on it later. Something like that. But once again, Caden, I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you once again for the support. You know, you guys are amazing. I really appreciate y'all. You know, I couldn't do it without you guys. JH7 says W. Dude, for real. Absolutely incredible. Oh, my Mesonet data is giving out on me. Dude, it's always something, man, I tell you. Always something. Here, let's go ahead and relaunch this program real quickly. This is a custom-made software I created. I'm going to post this on our Twitter. So you guys been doing good out there? Hope everyone's been having a wonderful day. Hold on one second. There you go. I just posted that to our Twitter. Man. Y'all, give me 1 second. I'm going to go outside real quick, and I'm going to get a better photo of this. So y'all bear with me for a minute. Enjoy the view. I'll be right back. All right, everybody. We're back here. Sorry, I had to go get a better photo of this outside. Oh, man. So it looks like that outflow boundary is going to be approaching us soon. What's up, SPC? Ghosted says, I wish I could show you the big anvil over Palm Coast right now. Ghosted, do you have Twitter? Because if you do, you can tag me in a post, and I'll share it with everybody if you want me to. Yeah, just our Twitter is NWW116_WX. So NWW116_WX. That's our Twitter handle. If you wanted to share it, of course you don't have to. Kind of got spoiled today, though. You know, I ain't gonna lie. Let's see. Yeah, they're starting to kind of fade away a little bit. Yeah, it's fine, Ghosted. That is fine. Here, let me share these photos I got with you guys. Here, let me bring up my Twitter so you guys can see it. You can still see part of it here. Here we go. Yeah, these are the photos I got. And if you look now, you can still see that they're still somewhat there. Man, you know what? I went out there just in time to get those photos. Yeah, so that storm that this was associated with, this was that dying cell. It's completely gone now. We do actually have some cells to the south of me starting to come up. I'm going to pull up models here. Maybe look at this sub-hourly HRRR. Here. Let me bring up the models. Here we go. Good old trusty Aguacero. Alright, so let's bring up the sub-hourly HRRR here. Radar. I'm going to use my other color table instead. I know for sure that is not sub-hourly HRRR. Okay. There we go. That's more like it here. So I'm over here in Polk County. So, I mean, models kind of show a bunch of scattered storms just everywhere. Yeah, it does show some storms later on tonight around us. Very interesting. We still have that system over Louisiana. This is still bringing quite a bit of storm activity out there. Oh yeah, Baton Rouge area is getting hit pretty good by some storms. That's from 93L. You know, though, it's not gonna do it. Got a 10% chance probability of formation at this point, which, yeah. Don't think so. We starting to get some pretty strong storm activity over by East Missouri. And like southern Illinois. Oh, Louisville apparently has a severe thunderstorm warning here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny hail. I mean, look at that. You can just see the upper level shear. There's a lot of convection starting here. A lot of it right over here towards the Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic region. No, but SPC only has a level 1 threat out here for them today. We do have a level 2 threat, though, for like northern Vermont, northern New Hampshire, and Maine. Also another level 2 out by Montana. Do gotta watch out there for the next 5 hours. Huh. Back over the current cam. By the way, y'all, if you are new to the channel, consider leaving a like and hitting that subscribe button. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Y'all could share this too. I would much, much appreciate it. Let me hop back down over here. Oh yeah. Our application broke again, of course. Go ahead and relaunch it. Winds right now are pretty light. About 2 miles an hour, 3 miles an hour. Winds are coming from the southeast too. So they're kind of going to the northwest. You know, they're actually tracking towards that cyclone 93L. But verdict is it doesn't look like it's going to develop into a tropical depression even. Because, you know, it's starting to weaken and heading inland now. So all that's really pretty much over with. Except for the heavy rain, you know, that's still going to continue the flooding threat. So, I mean, regardless of that development, you know, we still do have that flooding concern. Which, I'm going to hop you guys over here to that flooding outlook today. Let's see here. Why did I go so far down? There you go. There's that, that moderate. We got that at least 40% chance probability of flooding out here. Ooh, winds have picked up a little bit. Right around 4 miles an hour now. Mammatus are gone at this point. Got a whopping 75-degree dew point. It's a little bit muggy. Yeah, the other day we got hit pretty darn hard out here by the Plant City area. I mean, we got tons and tons of rain out there. I think we had like over 10 inches of rain in some spots. It's pretty rough. I mean, that's pretty darn close to me. There goes the wind. You know what? I think the south low boundary's hitting us now. Yep, there you go. 5, 6. Oh yeah. 6.4. Yeah, keep an eye on that temperature too. It'll probably drop a little bit. Whenever you get hit by an outflow boundary, usually the pressure increases. Temperature usually drops. Winds usually increase. Dew points, they could go either way. Usually increase. See something. I'm gonna check my local radar real quickly. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're right on the edge of that line there. That gust front. So winds are probably gonna be spiking a little bit. What's up, Sharon? Welcome. Hope you are doing good, my friend. Alright, so that storm basically fizzled out. Watching rain. I got you. Is it raining over there? I need to add a max wind thing on the top right there. Four miles an hour right now, coming from the south. Yeah, Sharon, we just had beautiful clouds over here a little bit ago, Mammatus clouds. They were quite impressive. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, we're getting up at 6 miles an hour here. Oh, 8. There we go. Holy cow. 9. We got a single flag there. There we go. Yeah, we're right on the edge of that outflow boundary here. That's what we're getting right now. Temps 92 still. Temps haven't changed very much. I believe pressure's dropped quite a bit though. if I recall, when we started the stream, we were at 1,018. Now we're at 1,017. Max wind we had today was 10 miles an hour. Yesterday we had an 18-mile-an-hour wind gust came through. $76 dew points. Sharon, what state are you in again? If you don't mind me asking. I tend to forget where a lot of people are. I know we got a lot of Floridians down here. It's kind of a scattered storm day today. Five. Just all over the place, man, I tell you. Oh, I got you. Yeah, winds are winding a little bit. I want to get over 10. I mean, the temperature trend's been pretty straight between 90 and 92. It's you know, around this time of the day, it's usually pretty all over the place. No rain, grill and stay. Oh, that sounds good. Enjoy. Welcome back, JH. Oh, there we go. Let me look at that. Leaves are definitely moving a bit more. Oh, there we go. 8. Oh, 9. Oh, buddy. We reached up to 9 there. Did y'all see that? That was a nice little gust there. 7 still. A little breezy out there. Yeah, we saw a whole flag there for a second. Wasn't that something? Sharon, thank you for joining Tropical Storm Team, my friend. Appreciate it. The Munt steak is expensive. You ain't kidding. It really is. Oh, yeah. It's still pretty windy out there. 6.87. We're going to break over 10. Come on. 9. Oh, dude, we're so close. Come on. Just hit over 10. I will be happy if we get an over 10 miles an hour. Just one double digits, you know. But yeah, you ain't kidding. Steak is outrageous. C6. 8. So here we go. Hurricane season come up. Hold on. Hurricane season come like to be kept up on the weather. Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah, we'll keep you updated with it. Absolutely. You know, this would be quite interesting to host a stream like this during the hurricane. You know, man, if I had this during Milton, that would have been something else. I tell you what, though, next time we have a hurricane or tropical cyclone in general, we'll make sure to stream it just like this. I'd be glad to. I'd probably deploy more sensors outside, to be honest, during a hurricane. I mean, this is my main Mesonet. This is my pride and joy. Wallet didn't like it too much. Like I spent a little over $3,000 on that station. Oh, there we go. Come on, let's hit 10. Oh, we're at 9. Good start. 9.2. Come on, you're so close. 7. Oh, dude. You're so close. Like, I know you want to get there. We were at, what, 9.2? I've always had bad experiences with WeatherBug. That's back when I used those apps. You know, once you learn to do your own weather and stuff, you really don't need those anymore. $7.9. Imagine we just get like a random gust of like 20 miles an hour. That would be something. That would be something. But don't think it would happen. Yeah, right now the winds are mostly between 5 and 10 miles an hour. So, yeah, nothing crazy. A little breezy. Where am I at? What do you mean, like camera? I don't have my face cam on this one because I tried to open up all the space I could for the camera and stuff. But if you're wondering where I'm at, like what area, I am in Lakeland. Depends on which one you meant. Temps are going down a little bit. Look at that. We're now at 89 degrees. We were at 92. Oh, yeah, we did. Had tsunami warnings out there in Alaska. Apparently, they expired. Oh, on the map? Okay. I am right in here. So you can see this outflow boundary, this noodle. That's what's hitting us. The gust noodles. Oh, there we go. Get a little bit more of a gust going on here. Oh. Oh, that up there is a forecast system that broke, apparently. Oh, why? Yeah, you know what? It wouldn't be a typical NW stream if something doesn't crash, you know? Buddy. Love it. It's classic, man, I tell you. Color banner. Oh, that's not it. Here we go. Yeah, let me refresh this real quickly. Bingo. Thought we were in Wyoming. No, this is my camera. See, I can literally put my hand in front of the camera. No, this is all my gear. And the Mesonet I have there is literally right outside. I mean, this is all right here. Streaming it from here, filming it from here, dating it from here. There we go. Oh, 8. Come on. Oh, dude, you're so close. So close. Come on, dude. We hit 9. We hit 9 so many times. Just want to push right over 10. Come on. We need a double digit. What's up, Mark? Hope you're doing good, man. 5.9. Oh, here we go. Going up. 8.5. Oh, what a letdown. I'll tell you what, though. Temps are plummeting from 92 to 88 now. 92 to 88. That's a 4-degree drop since we've been in this cooler sector. A lot of the air right now is from upper levels of the atmosphere, which is why the temps are dropping. It was brought down by that thunderstorms downdraft. But since it's died, it's... yeah. See, we're at... it's a little bit breezy. You can check on the leave indicators out there. Is this Nebraska? Nah, Mark. This is Florida. I'm out here in Polk County. Central Florida. Yeah. Yeah, everything cools down for a little bit, and then the sun comes back out. Oh, we're at 9. Come on. Dude. Hey, you know, it's like there's a block. It doesn't go above 9. Nature just doesn't want to give us a 10. Come on, man. I'm surrounded by special weather statements here in Florida. I could look. I don't think. See, near me, there's not a whole lot of convection. Here we go. I mean, there's one in South Florida, but not any right here. Tell you what, though, the sun's coming out. Yeah, I think the winds are dropping too. We're now 2 miles an hour. Oh, here we go. Come on. That's 6.1. Yeah, if we get more storms later, which, you know, models are calling for, we'll hop back on live. 6.8. Here we go. 7. We're close. Come on. Oh, dude. Yeah, but models are showing activity at nighttime, which would be pretty interesting. Which I bet that looked pretty cool in the camera, though. Nighttime convection going on. Temps appear to be coming back up a little bit. We're now at 89.9. Sun did come out a little bit, though, so winds have dropped a little bit. Yeah, I'm starting to think we're probably not going to get our 10 mile an hour wind gust that we need. But I tell you what, though, guys. I mean, next time we do get tropical cyclone activity, we're going to do this. I'm going to do it all day. We're all going to camp out and hang out together when we have this tropical system. Or the next one, whenever that is. I make sure to stock up on snacks, have a webcam in here. Webcam outside. Dude, I tell you, man, it's going to be quite a view. I might even set up multiple webcams. I think that would be really cool. So we'll have my Mesonet out there, which we do now. We'll have this camera. We'll have... Oh, yeah. That's what they do at Florida Party. Last time during Milton, I was enjoying it quite well. And I streamed both the eye wall, the eastern and western eye wall of Milton. Because, it went right over Polk County. It went right over us. Milton was a pretty strong storm. That's for sure. But yeah, it'll be pretty cool to do this with the tropical storms and stuff. So, y'all be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. You're out there live during hurricanes. Hey, I don't blame you. Yeah, during Milton, I covered the eastern eye wall and the western eye wall, whenever it happened. And that western eye wall, Sharon, I don't know if it was the same for you, but that western side of the storm was a lot stronger. Typically, it was, it's usually the eastern side of the eye wall that's the strongest, but Milton was a little bit of a different storm. It was stronger on the western side by far. We had like 70, 80 mile an hour winds out here on the western side of the eye wall. On the right hand side, it was probably 60. It certainly wasn't as strong, but yeah, we certainly had some pretty strong winds out there, though. Yeah, me too. I made a lot of content for that storm. That is one that I will never forget. We're at 5 miles an hour now. Going back down. Yeah, I don't think we're going to hit our 10 miles an hour. Sadly. Gotten close a few times. We've gotten up to, I think it was 9.2 was the biggest we've had. Yeah, the one thing that I hated was the aftermath of the storm. Being without power for a good 5 days or so, it was not very fun. That part sucked. We're at 7. Come on, we're not too far from 10. Husband says get back in. That's pretty funny. Yeah. No, I mean, all during Milton, I was either A, outside, or B, at the window the entire storm. Then we had Helene. Helene wasn't nearly as bad for us as it was a lot of other people. Milton was way worse for me than Helene was. Then we had Debbie, which Debbie wasn't as crazy. Debbie wasn't too bad. Debbie was a big rainmaker. I think we had like 20-mile-an-hour winds out of that one. It was a lot of rain. And then Helene was just a lot of winds, no rain. I mean, we had about an inch of rain or so from Helene. But Milton was all the above. The best of the winds and the rain. I think we had like 8 inches of rain that time. It was pretty crazy. Oh, there we go. We're getting close. Not as brave as you. Yeah. That's for sure. Had a tornado over my house. Only reason I came in was baseball-sized hail in Abilene, Texas. Jeez. Yeah. Hail that big's no joke. I mean, terminal velocity of hail like that is wickedly fast. Once you start getting hail that big, it starts kicking up mud when it hits the ground. Yeah, it's very dangerous to be out in that. I mean, it'll easily shatter windows and everything. It's 9 miles an hour. Come on, we're so close. Dang. $18,000 in damage? Holy cow. Dude, no, hopefully insurance covered that. That is ridiculous. Wow. Was that like mostly roof damage probably? Or was that like siding and all that stuff? I mean, hail causes a lot of problems. Wow. Yeah, that's not good at all. Proxy, what's up, my friend? Welcome. Coming in with a $50 super chat, my friend. Thank you so much, Prox. Saying great to be here and see Andrew doing his usual great job. Stay safe, Andrew. Thank you, Proxy. Oh my goodness, that's really sweet of you, Prox. You really didn't have to do that, my friend. It's good to see you. Prox, while you're here, do you want me to look at anything for you? I would be more than happy to help you out if there is any questions you might have. But seriously, Prox, that's really nice of you. You did not have to do that. You caught us on one of our more relaxed live streams where we just kind of talk and hang out and, track current weather and stuff. I think my program froze. That's nice. I need a W. What? Hope you're doing good, Proxy, though. It's good to have you here. Could I check out Northeast Ohio? You got it. You got it, my friend. Anything for you, Prox. Anything specific you want me to look at? Here, let me bring up my other camera. Or bring up my other view. Let's see here. All right, let's hop on back. So, let me pull up models here, actually. Yeah. Here we go. Let me bring this up real quickly for you. Yeah, it's good to see, Prox. When people donate, we put a W. It's greatly appreciated. Any upcoming storms? Well, let's take a look, Prox, and let's see. So we're gonna look at the HRRR. This is the high resolution, model here. Looking at the HRRR here over the next little bit. This is the latest 18 UTC run, which just came out about 2 hours ago. Ooh, that's an interesting little line. I mean, that's about 48 hours out or so. Honestly, it really doesn't look like there's going to be a whole lot out there, at least within the next day or so. But let me do this. We're going to bring up the outlook here from SPC. So today they have you just outside of the risk, not even a thunderstorm risk out there. Same thing tomorrow, not even a thunderstorm risk here. Day 3, we do have a risk for thunderstorms. Nothing severe. That would be on Saturday. So Saturday we do have a thunderstorm risk out there, but tomorrow being Friday, and then today being Thursday, we do not have any of that going on there. Now, back over to the models and stuff like that. It doesn't really look like anything big is going to happen, but yeah, looking overweight, into Saturday, you can see that we do get a few scattered storms and, maybe a line. I don't know if that'll be intact by the time it gets over to you. We'll have to see, though. Prox, I'll keep you updated if you want me to. We're going to be updating you guys on the weather. We're going to be doing a lot more streams here. So, if you want to stay tuned, we'll make sure to keep you updated. But, I mean, it doesn't look like anything big. There is a decent amount of instability, though. Could definitely get some storms going. Good amount of moisture, it appears to be. 60, 70 degree dew points. Looks pretty good, at least for storm activity. Let's see, a mid-level flow. Pretty weak. Yeah, mid-level winds are pretty weak out there. That's good. Yeah, lower-level winds are pretty weak as well. Yeah, so just, a couple storms. Possible Saturday. Friday looks pretty clear. Tomorrow, today we look pretty good as well. Doesn't look like a whole lot of anything big going on out there. So you, my friend, looking pretty good. Thanks so much, Andrew. You're the best. Right back at you, Prox. Seriously, thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate you, and you are very welcome. If there's anything else you want me to look at, don't hesitate to ask. Don't hesitate to ask, my friend. I really appreciate it. Prox is the GOAT here. I tell you what, Prox is the #1 on this channel. The top supporter. Which, very thankful for you, Prox. Once again, thank you so much. Seems like so many floods lately. Oh, yeah. Texas especially. They got hit hard. Here, let's take a peek over by Texas real quickly. Today, it looks like they finally cleared up a little bit. Yesterday, they did have that risk, though, for flooding. Yeah. Today, we have a lot of Louisiana. They got that big concern. That's from 93L, which 93L isn't going to develop anymore, doesn't look like, which is good. But, quite a bit of flooding today, though, through the Ohio Valley. Mostly Kentucky area, southern Ohio. Proxy says it is currently 78 degrees, which is the coolest it's been in the past few days. Wow, 78? That is pretty low. Yeah, here right now it's 91 here in Florida. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that, Prox. Here, this is the HRRR again. You can see that we're kind of in the mid-70s. Let's see here. Tonight, we're going to get down in the mid-60s. It actually looks like tomorrow's high is going to be pretty low. Prox, it actually looks like tomorrow's high is going to be lower than today's is. Yeah, look at that. So this is This is going into kind of the afternoon. Yeah, look at that. So it could be, we still could be in the 60s by the afternoon. Wow. Maybe even the lower 60s on Friday night, Saturday morning. But then it looks like it heats back up on Saturday. That'll be the day of the storms, too. Wow. Well, there you go. Enjoyed the nice little break of cool. Yeah, I'm going to keep it on. We'll keep it on Saturday, though. Let's see. We're going to hop on back here. Let me, first of all, get rid of this old drawing here. So, oh, we got a tornado warning in Maine here. This looks like the middle of nowhere, basically. Yeah, mainly rural areas of northwestern. I don't even know how you say that one. What's up, Grifter? Up doing good, my friend. Yeah, mainly rural areas out there. This one's not super, super crazy. We do have a severe warning out there, though. Tomorrow seems fairly light on the severe weather. I mean, we got a couple risks. We have one out there by the Mid-Atlantic. A little bit of North Carolina, Virginia action tomorrow. A bit of Midwest action here, too. Like Iowa. Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, Nebraska. And day 3, Saturday. Yeah, we'll keep it on Saturday's risk here. So far Saturday we have a slight for Iowa and Illinois. Kind of seems to be the hot spot here for Saturday, which we'll look more into. A lot of the east though is in that thunderstorm risk. You can see a lot of the east is covered in that light green there. Sharon says, "Am I from Ohio too?" I am not. No, I was born and raised in Virginia, Northern Virginia. I moved to Kentucky for a couple of years, and now I live in Florida. Let's see here. Yeah, we do got a 5% tornado risk up here in Maine today. Goodness. Tomorrow, we do got a little 2% tornado risk up here in eastern South Dakota. So we might do a little bit of coverage tomorrow. Good news is it does seem pretty low in on tomorrow's risk here, which I'm thankful for. Very thankful for. You know, as long as things stay down, you know, that's good by me. It's close to Ohio. Yeah, it is. Especially Kentucky. Kentucky's just under Ohio. Now, I grew up out there near D.C., about 40 miles southwest of D.C. in Northern Virginia. That's where I was. Grew up in Prince William County. There's a fly in my window. That's very nice. But yeah, no. I grew up in Northern Virginia. Been there 19 years of my life. Then I moved to Kentucky for about 2 years. And then I moved to Florida for 2 years so far. So, yeah, 23 years. It's about right. Used to live in New Jersey. Oh, I got you. I never been out there before. Closest I've been is Pennsylvania and Maryland, which I'm sure it's really not much different than those areas. Sure, it probably looks pretty similar. But yeah, no, I've been to Maryland quite a bit. I actually have family up in Maryland. We used to have a lot of crabs, The Chesapeake is full of blue crabs. We used to have a whole bunch of them. Have a family cookout of blue crabs. But blue crabs, you don't really get much out of them. Not as good as snow crabs, in my opinion. What's up, Moderate? Just wanted to let you know I'm a storm chaser in Virginia. Let's see here, most feed. If you ever see me live, feel free to use my cam. I won't charge you. Thanks. Oh, I appreciate it, dude. Moderate, I will definitely look into that. Do you have a Discord? If you could join my Discord, we could talk about it a little bit if you want to, of course. Proxy says, Andrew, the sky scene, where are we looking at right now? Just outside your house? Yes, this is actually looking out the window. See, there's my hand. Yeah, this is looking out my window. It's got my little spotting set up here. Just hanging out. Let me restart my program. This thing is a little bit iffy. Moderate, it should be in the description. Let me know if it's not though. Okay, let me restart this here. I mean, it's still a little bit breezy out there. Yes, you guys are getting the exclusive view of Andrew's window. There we go. Go ahead and get this back up here. I think next stream we're gonna iterate graph, so you guys can see all that. Which I think that'll be pretty cool to see the time series. I mean, I have it here now, which I could show you if it'll let me. Oh, did it already shut down? It did. I keep getting this darn error. Love it. Oh, buddy. Actually, hold up. I'm going to show you guys this. I created this program here. There you go. It's not that squished. I just have my panel. But yeah, it has everything you need. I mean, dew point, temperature, humidity, pressure, rainfall, temperature. I need to add winds and stuff like that to it. But yeah, I think next stream we're going to end up adding a bit more here. You'll probably hear my cat. Sounds good, Moderate. Appreciate it, dude. I appreciate it. See, Louisville air looks very moist. Yeah, actually, we had a warning out there in Louisville a little bit ago. We had a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust out there. I don't know if it was observed or not, but it was warned out there for 60. I think it was penny hail too, 0.75 inch. So let's see here. Still haven't gotten over 10 miles an hour today. I'm a little disappointed. Oh, come on. We're at 6. 7. Come on. 7.9. Come on. You're so close. We got to... Oh, dude. We had a full bar, too, man. Back at half bar action right now. Love it. Man, oh, man. Yeah, but we got quite a bit of storm activity going on out there by, the Ohio Valley and some of those regions out there. Let's hop on back over here real quick. I'll bring up our SAT. Got quite a bit of activity popping off, though, like Illinois. little bit of Kentucky, Missouri. Yeah, Mid-Atlantic's picking up a little bit too. Look at that. Of course, we have 93L still convecting pretty heavily. Yeah, but like I mentioned earlier, they brought this down to 10% chance probability formation now. So, yeah, this thing's likely not going to do anything other than the flooding threat that still persists, of course. Which, I mean, yeah, we do got some pretty heavy precip out there right now. Heavy storm activity out east of Lake Charles, west of Baton Rouge here. Hey, Proxy, are you still here? I remember you said you have family in Louisiana. If you could, make sure you let them know that we do have a bit of a concern for a bit of a concern here for flooding and stuff. That's the main problem here today. Oops. Excessive rainfall. Here we go. Yeah. Down by like Lafayette area, Morgan City, Abbeville, Franklin. Yeah, some of you folks out there, we have got a 40%. Yeah, at least a 40% chance of development. Or, sorry, at least a 40% chance of flooding. And that spans every 25 miles. Prox says you're here. Good. Yeah, let your family know if you could, Prox. I don't know if they're already, aware of the situation. Louisiana weather is going to be my next request. Well, there you go. Let me know if there's a specific part of Louisiana you want me to look at. I will look there. But the main threat here is going to be the southern side of Louisiana here. Northern Louisiana is not too crazy. Yeah, north of Louisiana is pretty okay. Out by like Shreveport area, we're pretty good. Yeah, it's once you get down towards the central southern side, especially the south central side of Louisiana, that's where you get a lot of the heavy flooding and stuff. See your daily precip. Let's see how much we're gonna get today. See here tomorrow. Let me do the range. We're going to do a 1 to 3 day range here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just off the coast here, we're getting a good 3-4 inches of rain out there, which that's certainly enough to cause some flooding. You'll let your New Orleans relatives know. Baton Rouge is my birthplace. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, so New Orleans is in a bit of a concern today. They're thankfully not in the heaviest of the risk. You can see that the heaviest of the risk is west of New Orleans. However, they still do have at least a 15% chance probability of flooding here, which that is, still a decent flooding threat. So, yeah, if you could let them know, Prox, just looking out for them. And especially if they're in an area that is prone to flooding, just make sure that they're watching out for that. But, winds, anything like that really isn't too much of an issue, which is good, So that's certainly good. It's not like a tropical storm or a hurricane with strong winds either. I mean, it could be a little gusty, of course, but nothing big winds, just mostly a rain threat. But I appreciate you for relaying the message, Prox. It's good to help everybody out as I can. Help keep everybody safe. It's what we're here for, y'all. Yeah, tomorrow they got a level 2 threat flooding as well. And then Saturday, level 1 threat. Yeah, no problem, Prox. You are very welcome. Let me know if you have any more questions. I'll be more than happy to ask. Or I'll be more than happy to answer. Gotta love my English sometimes, Yeah, we got a pretty big flooding threat. Actually, Prox, this includes you as well. I don't know if I mentioned this to you or not. I don't think I did. But yeah, Saturday, actually, you're in a level 2 flooding threat here. I just noticed, I mean, this covers a pretty good chunk of land here. It covers a lot of the Ohio Valley here and even the Mid-Atlantic and upper Midwest area. Like Iowa, Illinois, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, bits of Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and North Carolina. That is quite a bit. See, day 4. Oh, yeah, day 4. This is for Sunday. It'll be, yeah, Sunday. Goodness. Yeah, and pretty big level 1 risk on Monday. Yeah, it seems like the flooding isn't really letting up anytime soon, unfortunately. All right, let's go back to our current view outside. Ooh, those clouds look weird. They're a little bit more well-defined on camera than they are in person. It's very bright in person. That it is. James, thank you so much for the $5 on Cash App, my friend. I haven't seen you in the chat, but James, thank you so much, dude, for the 5 on Cash App. I didn't leave a note, but I really appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much. Dude, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, James. I really appreciate that, dude. Definitely did not have to do that. Once again, thank you for everybody who supported us directly. You know, you guys are amazing. I really appreciate you. And, you know, you guys really do help keep us going, and I can never thank you guys more than enough. So I appreciate it. Didn't realize about Ohio flooding. Yeah, Prox, I probably should have looked at it whenever we were going over your area. I didn't even think of that. I was just mostly focused on that storm activity there. It didn't even come across me. But yeah, no, we do need you to be looking out for Saturday. It looks like we definitely could get some heavy storms out there. As of now, it's not severe for day 3, but we'll have to see. The good news is that the wind shear seems pretty weak, which that would probably, and what it would probably really bring down the potency of those storms because of how weak the wind shear is. Is probably why you're not in that severe risk. But yeah, flooding is certainly something that you need to take serious for everybody. And you know that's really the main problem with 93L that we've been tracking here. You know, the main problem is just flooding out of that. And Louisiana's, you know, pretty prone to flooding. And if you know Louisiana, they have a big water issue, especially out by like New Orleans and stuff. Because I believe New Orleans is like 30 foot below sea level, if I'm not mistaken. Is it 30 foot? I forgot what it is. But I believe New Orleans is about 30 foot or so below sea level. And so, you know, flooding is a big problem for them out there, you know. Which, as you know, being below sea level is not really a good thing. You know, especially being so close to the coast, you know. That's a bit of an issue. You know, I've always wondered why they built New Orleans out there knowing, if they even knew it was below sea level. Any of you guys know about that? It's really interesting. It does look like we have some new convection to my southeast trying to develop here. Some storm activity. That might be something to look into. I mean, models, they did show that there would be some activity coming over later on this afternoon, later this evening. Which, I mean, at this point in time, we're kind of pulling into the early evening here, so Very interesting. Winds have definitely calmed down quite a bit since earlier. Sadly, we didn't break over 10 miles an hour. I was hoping we'd hit that 10-mile-an-hour mark, but unfortunately we didn't. But it's all good. Yeah, next tropical system we're gonna, or that I get down here in Florida, we're gonna definitely, we're gonna definitely stream like this out there. I'll probably have to set up some more cameras and stuff. Let's see here. But yeah, things are pretty calm. I'm still really happy that we got some Mammatus shots earlier. Man, that was quite a treat. You know, regardless we didn't get that storm, kind of made up for it with those shots we had, which hopefully we'll get some storms tonight. Be pretty good. The other day we had some pretty heavy rain. We got like over 2 inches of rain the other day, which is pretty nuts. But yeah, people out by Plant City here just west of me, they had like catastrophic flooding. And I think it was like 8 to 10 inches they had out there. It was pretty heavy. Yeah, they got it pretty hard. That was before 93L worked its way over Florida. That was when it was right on the east coast, or just off the east coast of Florida. Definitely brought a big flooding threat with it. Look at those clouds off to the right there. It's very interesting. Yeah, there's that storm on the radar bottom right. That just... it's been kicking up there. Alrighty, everybody. Well, I think that's going to conclude the coverage here for now, or the storm spotting stream for now. But we're not going to be done for the day, more than likely. We're going to probably come back later on tonight if there's more storm activity. You know, honestly, we are looking pretty good tomorrow. There's nothing super crazy going on. Saturday, we're probably going to need coverage. So we'll make sure to keep you guys updated. Of course, you know, we'll do some more updates and stuff like that tomorrow as needed. But yeah, I mean, if we do get more storms later today, we'll go live for them. I'll do another update stream for you, or do another storm spotting stream, and I hope to see you guys then. Make sure you turn on notifications too. That way you guys can get notified whenever I do go live. You know, hit that little bell icon. That way you guys can always stay up to date with every stream and video that we make. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for now. Proc says, thanks for everything, Andrew. Keep dry. Proxy, you as well, my friend. Thank you for everything that you've done. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your support. It's greatly appreciated, my friend. And of course, it goes to everybody else who has supported us. Thank you all so much. And, you know, just thank you, everybody, for joining. You guys are amazing. If you guys could subscribe on your way out, it'd be much, much appreciated. But, all right, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining. That's going to wrap it up for now. We'll see you guys here later on. And, we'll see if we get some storms later. And if we do, we'll hop on live for you guys. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Hope to see you guys here later on. Peace out, my friends. See ya later on.